Is there any good reason for any Arsenal fan to be unhappy?
I mean, no. In my opinion, no. We've had a great start to the season, right? I mean, we lost our first game against Liverpool. But apart from that, we've won quite easily most of our games, and I think we've been on top form, to be honest. I don't really see how you could be that unhappy right now. We had great signings over the summer who have been playing fantastically as well. So I don't really know what there would be to moan about. I feel like you're going to say something.
You're very good. Kamal, what are your thoughts?
The reason why I'm complaining is because we've had starts like this before, when everything looks really good, and then we get to December, January, and everything just falls apart. So at the moment, it's great. I'm really happy with how things are going, but I've seen it just happen every season for the last 10 years, where it just capitulates and it's awful.
But do you see signs of that now? Do you think you will capitulate come Christmas, New Year again?
Hopefully not. With Xhaka, we look quite solid in midfield, so
yeah,
that could play a big part. So,
I mean, we've got the next few games coming up, the more kind of fairly easier teams, and then November it gets a bit more difficult. So I know a lot of people have been saying, we'll see what happens in November. That could be a turning point.
Yeah,
hopefully when more fans are a bit more positive, maybe, when Arsenal win more fans over. But, I mean...
It's like with Walcott as well, because he's had a great start to the season.
Yeah.
But it's like he's gonna just fall off at some point. Yeah, but it's just history, and you can't
He's
argue
really
with
found some form, though. I mean, obviously, I know you're about to say you can't argue with history, but you have to concede he's definitely hit some form.
I know that's how good he is as well. Like on his day, he's unplayable, but can he maintain it? That's just the big question.
So what's made the difference then for Theo Walcott this season?
I think confidence. I think I completely get what you're saying. I think it's probably hard for players. I like to think about their mentality as well. And I think, not that it's necessarily an excuse, but if you've maybe not had many great games in a row and you're getting quite a lot of negativity from press, from fans, and yourself, you're probably losing confidence, I think it kind of spirals out of control. And I think that kind of will continue. I think he's gone into this season more confident. He's been a bit kind of more bold, going for it a bit more, and I think it's paying off.
Yeah.
And I think because he's doing really well and kind of people were behind him now, I'm hoping it will continue.
What did you think of Theo in the Malta game? He was subbed after 68 minutes. He didn't have a great game, did he?
Nah, he missed an opportunity. But to be honest, it was like, you know, one of them ones. You have them games, you have them on games, them off games.
But for Arsenal, though, so far it's early days. He's having his best season for quite some time.
Yeah, because, you know, he wants to prove a point. You know, last season everybody was on his back, and this season he wants to be like, nah, I want to prove myself. I'm playing at Arsenal, and, you know, I want to be, you know, play right at the top, compete with all the top players, you know.
Kamal, isn't this one of Wenger's qualities? We've got lovely Nicole and wonderful Kamal on the lime green sofa. Of course, they're both Gunners. But Kamal is Wenger out, and Nicole is a Wenger girl. Kamal, isn't it one of his strengths that he's incredibly loyal, Arsene Wenger, very supportive of his players? He really seems to have taken Theo Walcott under his wing, and clearly this season so far that seems to be paying dividends.
It may be that, you know, why he's playing well, but again, like, it's great being a supportive manager and, you know, never criticising your players, but sometimes you have to do that, otherwise they'll never learn where they're going wrong. And I think Walcott, he seemed like a really friendly kind of person. He's not going to have anyone around him as well just saying, look, you need to improve, just telling him what's wrong. And I don't know, Wenger doesn't seem like the perfect coach for him. I think if he'd had someone else, like a Mourinho maybe, he would have progressed a lot more.
Do you think that's fair to say, Sam? Do you think if Theo Walcott had a coach like Mourinho, he would have progressed further than he has?
Not Mourinho. I personally hate Mourinho. I say more like Diego Simeone or something.
He's a tough manager.